Hey, Yanni, listen to this one. Billionaire Mark Cuban was a harsh critic of MAGA who campaigned for Vice President Kamala Harris in 2024. But yesterday, he was with you-know-who, touting their partnership to expand generic drug coverage. Take a look.
I want to thank the leaders of several major pharmacies and generic drug makers who are partnering with us on this effort, including the co-founder of Cost Plus Drugs, Mark Cuban. Mark, thank you very much. Mark, looking good, Mark. Come here, Mark. Nice to be with you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We have the same thing, one thing in common. We want to make people better and keep them wealthy, right?
I think other than you, I've been the biggest proponent of TrumpRx.com. And the reason for that is Republicans want cheaper drugs, independents want cheaper drugs, Democrats want cheaper drugs, and together, I think we're going to do something special.
Okay.
First of all, you lie down with dogs, you wake up with
Correct.
fleas. All right, that's number one. And you know, I like Mark Cuban. I've always liked him, but this is a mistake. And once Trump puts his name on prescriptions, we're all gonna die. Okay?
Yeah.
He put his name on the Trump shuttle, the Trump vodka, the Trump University, the Trump hotel,
Trump steaks,
and my
too.
favorite, the casinos that all went bankrupt.
Yeah.
The drugs
Do not go there,
The drugs
Mark.
don't actually have his name. They're existing drugs.
Whatever.
It's a
If he's
marketplace
involved with it.
No, I literally
Wait,
push back.
wait,
Yeah. A
what is
medication that I had to take for IVF is a 10th of the price on TrumpRx. Whatever, it's tacky that his name is on it. Mark Cuban has dedicated his life to bringing down prescription drug costs. The average family, 1/3 of Americans cut back on essential foods and utilities to be able to cover their prescription drug costs. You're not going to convince me that just because Trump's involved, we should be like, screw it, don't bring down prescription drug costs.
If he's going to make a profit out
Correct.
of it, don't take it.
I completely agree with that.
Americans
I
are
agree with you, Joy, on this
struggling.
one.
No.
He is a failed businessman.
Right.
And if you heard what he said, we both want to make people wealthy. He didn't say
So
healthy.
I should pay
He
10
said-
times more
he
for
said
my
wealthy, which
medication.
means to me that there's something in it for him. This is
Right.
not a well-intentioned
The presidency
person.
is something he
intentions-
cashes in on Sunday, but what this does
No,
is it helps
Sarah, he
American
is not a
people.
well-intentioned person.
I just-
He is not doing this out of
You
the
guys
goodness
are
of his
naive.
heart.
Nobody
No.
thinks
Doing
he's-
this to
Wow.
make money.
No one thinks he's doing
Joy,
it out of
we're
the
the
goodness of
wealthiest
his
country
heart.
and we pay the most for
There
drugs.
could be
the people
shortcuts
that are
involved.
literally suffering illnesses and cannot pay for their medicine, I can't think of a sicker
There-
business
okay.
model. Bring
There
down
are-
the prices, and if you're going to get results on this, call it Donald Trump
There are
medicine. I don't
countries-
care what you
excuse
call
me,
it.
There are countries all over this world, especially in Scandinavia, that have national health insurance.
Correct.
They do
Yeah,
not
they're
want to
smaller
have
than
that.
New
That
Jersey,
would bring
like
down the
America.
cost of drugs
Yes,
and health care.
yes.
But in the
they don't want that.
They have
call that
concepts of a
socialism.
plan, Joy,
Okay,
and
but
right now this is a
You
plan.
are so
I'm going to go with
naive,
it.
the two
In
of
the
you.
mean- so
Wow.
you're
The two of you are so naive.
You're saying,
So naive.
if I may speak, so you're saying that in the meantime, while he remains in office for the next 2 years, people should just not have access to cheaper drugs because Trump put
They
his name
should.
on it?
Anything he
But
touches is
that's-
tainted. I don't trust it.
Today, I can literally order a prescription drug that I need for a 10th of the cost because of this, and it's not
Don't
just giving
believe
Trump credit.
anything he says,
It's
Alyssa.
real. Go literally
he's a
look it up.
liar.
It is right there. I can get follistim.
What I wish they had done collectively.
There he is now.
Was that my
Breaking the wall.
I wish collectively they had found a way to make pharmacies where people could go in and get what they wanted, because generic drugs should be cheaper.
Yeah, of
And that was the
course.
whole thing with Mark Cuban. I think what people are responding to is the fact that his name
Correct.
Yeah.
is really
And his affiliation with
well, no. I think if it had been Mark Cuban's name on it,
Yeah.
we would not be having this discussion.
Because anything he touches is tainted.
But because
Guys.
people have been really sort of screwed over
Right.
over the last several years. I think that's what you're responding to. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's responding to not wanting cheaper drugs. I
Right,
think it's
no.
responding
But I
to
think it's
just
easy
having...
to say it at this table because we can all afford
I
our
want to
drugs.
know what's
No,
in it for
actually,
Donald
you know,
Trump.
But even if, honestly,
Let
in
me
it for
finish
him?
my point, and then y'all can go back to
Yes.
resuming.
Yes.
You know, I just think that the better way to have done this would have been to have united the pharmacies and said, listen, if you need to come in, here's the card you need to take. Here's the card you need to bring. and you come in and we'll take care of this. And all 4 of them could have gotten together to do this. All 4 of those folks who he's in bed with, the generic folks, could have allowed it. So there is money to be made. There just is. Generics
Mark
used
Cuban
to.
has the
Everybody's
small
making.
percentage of
Everybody's
override.
making a little money.
Obamacare, we had that. A lot of people benefited from that,
We
but they're
still have
screwing with
Obamacare.
that. They would love to get rid of that.
Yeah.
It helps people.
Understood.
I would not
Everything
want-
you all are saying is correct.
I would not want any American
them.
right now
Yes,
to be
them too.
hesitant to buy drugs on this website because they're coming from an outside. It's a marketplace. It's not I mean,
Yes, but
these are drugs that are trusted
but
and
you,
that you can.
you
I
have
wanna
to
know
know
what the
that
grift
people
is.
don't understand. People.
But I don't want to scare people away from getting cheaper drugs when they're way
But I
too
think people are
expensive.
going to do what they do. But I think everybody should say, be cautious when you see his name on it.
Yes,
because
that's
when
right.
because when you saw Mark Cuban's name, you were fine.
Right.
Yes.
Well, he didn't put
Everybody
his
was
name
fine.
on it because he's Mark Cuban and not
but-
Donald Trump.
But everybody knew who was doing
Yeah.
it.
His
The
affiliation
fact
with
that
it taints it.
that this name is prominent is the problem, and it is what's going to keep people from doing what they should be doing, which is finding the best possible drugs. So you're saying don't be afraid to get the drugs you need
It's a
for your
marketplace.
family.
It'll take you to Eli Lilly or wherever, but you'll
Yeah.
get the discount and you can get your drugs cheaper. That's
So
a good thing
we'll
for all
see how
Americans.
it works, and if it works for you all, do it. If it doesn't, keep it moving.